Hello and welcome. Today we'll be working on DateTime. Now in Python, Django forms, when we take an input from the form, by default, all the inputs are in the form of text. But when we take, for example, a date input and we want to do certain operations on it, for example, we want to take two dates, yeah, and we want to take the difference of the days, yeah, then it becomes a problem how to take the input of a date in a text, convert it back to date, convert it back to integers, how to move around, and then take the difference. So for that we have a very nice module which we are going to work on today. So I have my basic project set up like always. The project is project, app is app, no confusion. URLs, I have included app1 URLs, and now in app1 itself we are going to work on some code. So first of all, again I have made a base HTML with some bootstrap boilerplate, and we're going to quickly check if it works or it has some problem. So def base, okay, then we're going to write request and return render, and we are again going to request please, and we're going to display base.html. Now we're going to import the datetime module. So from datetime import datetime. That is how it works apparently. So so far so good. Now in the urls.py we have imported views, and we're gonna call our views 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 dot base, and the name is optional. Right now we don't need to use it, but we can always mention it. Okay, so run server. Yep, hello world. Okay, now in the base.html itself we are going to quickly make a form. Yeah, as always the method is going to be post, and as always we're going to have a CRSF token. Now the input will be in the form of datetime. Type is equal to date, and we can specify the name as D1. Okay, so let me see what it displays. Yep, so we have a date. Okay, now what we'll do is we will handle the logic in the views.py file. So here if request dot method is equal to post, yeah, we're going to take the value. Okay, let me say beginning date. We're going to take the value in a variable request dot post, and the name, I think the name was D1 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, D1. Okay, and then we're going to print our begdate. So let's see so far if this works or no. I think I forgot to put a submit button, so we'll quickly make it. Input type submit, value again submit, and the name is not needed as of now. So yeah, that should do it. Okay, So let us see. I select a date of today and I click on submit. And okay, so I have a date now in my terminal. Now I want to see what is the type of the date. Okay, so type of the date. Again, I refresh the page. I click on 16th, submit. So the type is a string. Okay, like I said, text, and text is a string. Now doing operations on a string which is a date is very difficult. That is why we have imported this DateTime module. Now let me show you how we can take this value of a date which is in a string format and convert it back again into date. Okay, so what we will do is we will take a new variable. We can call it beg date1, yeah, backdate1, and we are gonna write date time dot strip time. Okay, so we are gonna strip technically the time from it, and then we are gonna pass the variable of peg date, and then we have inverted commas and we have a percentage y. Okay, so and a percentage d. Now what we want to do is instead of printing the type of backdate, we're going to change it to backdate1, the beginning date 1 actually. So now the server is already running, refreshed. I'm gonna refresh it again and click on date of today, press submit, and we can see that now the class is datetime.datetime. Okay, so now this value of string has been converted into a datetime object. Now let us do the same thing in the base.html file. Let me now take two dates, yeah, and let me change the name to d2. Now in the views.py, what we'll do is we're gonna copy this code and paste it, and we'll do some modification. Instead of beginning date, it'll gonna be end date, and the value we are gonna fetch is d2. Again, beg will change to end, and again here end, and we're gonna print the type of end. Yeah, so everything is same. Okay, so now we're getting values from both the inputs, and now what we want to do is we are going to take a third variable and we are going to take the difference of the two dates. Okay, now how to take, let me name it the third variable as diff1, difference 1, and in that I'm going to take okay, the ending date should technically be always greater, not always but still, minus the beginning date 1, yeah, and we're gonna print this difference 1. Now hopefully this should work. Let us have a look. Both are working now. So I click on let us say date of today, and the ending date I'm going to take as 23rd. I'm going to click on submit, and something should happen in the console. Yep, so I got 13 days and 000. This is basically the time, but again you can strip it even further. You can take this in the bracket, yeah, and write dot days if I'm not mistaken. So if I refresh it, let me see, yeah, I got 13. So technically this is how you take the difference of two dates. Again, you import the datetime model, you take the string value and convert it to strip time, date time, and you take the difference, and if you want days, dot days, and simple as that. I hope you liked the video. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more interesting videos like this. Thank you.